welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is your weekend reading for the 17th and the 18th of November 2018. Valley Bobolina joins me, as usual, on the bed, asleep. She's just had a good old scritchy scratch. I assisted her with that. They love it, don't they, when you go like that and they're like, yeah, right in there, Gemma. Okay, I'm using my Smells Like the 70s cards. Something told me to use them today, so I'm going to go along with that. Venus is going direct. Woohoo! Do, 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 do. Ooh-hoo! I'm really pleased. Can you tell? Mercury's going retrograde. Yeah, if I could do a reverse do, 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 woohoo, I would. Okay, I have mixed feelings about it. It's not all bad. Exactly. Usual things apply, but you all know all those things already with Mercury retrograde. Obviously, you'll want to go out and upgrade your phone. You'll want to go out and get a new computer. You'll feel like booking those travel tickets, etc., etc. Be cautious. The thing with Mercury as well that I find is you can't always, you can't predict when something's going to go wrong, because it's a pretty mysterious retrograde, I find. I find that it's quirky and you just can't predict it, is what I'm saying. So you think to yourself, okay, I'm booking a holiday or something, therefore I'll be really careful with my passport, blah, blah, blah. And just something about something completely different, like the car park or anything comes up, and it's like chasing a rabbit. You just can't, you literally can't pin it down. Middle of the reading, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That is my retrograde card. It's been coming up in virtually every reading I've done, private or public. There it is. However, Justice is in the upright. That's been in the reverse for absolutely ages, and now it's in the upright. I like this. If any of you have got, I want to say legal issues, because obviously it's justice, but I feel it's wider than that. If any of you have got issues of retribution, yes, whether that is at work, to do with, I'm getting strong characters, possibly female characters, although there is a male as well. I'm getting hierarchy. I've had this for a while. For some of you, there is just a situation where there is a lot of force coming from a certain direction, which is not feeling advantageous. Got that kind of Justice with Wheel, Fortune in the reverse together. It's like a force that's kind of overall for the good, but for the moment moving retrograde and backwards will feel, it will cause miscommunications, it will cause some bad feeling, there will be there'll be words, you're going to have words. Some of you are going to have words. Over here we've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and again this is an energy where somebody should be giving something to you. They should be coming forward. They should be, to a certain extent, stepping up. Knight of Cups, stepping up. Here I am. It's my Knight of Cups, mine. Here I am, I've come on my horse, and all the way here I've carried this beautiful cup for you. Here it is, okay? Now, translated more widely, it's just so, as my mum would say, a volunteer is worth 10 pressed men, okay? In other words, it's someone volunteering something to you, someone initiating something. Only when it's in the reverse and Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse, although the kind of underlying juju, as it were, with Justice is good, the offering of it is just a bit retrograde-y. It's either going to be confused, not forthcoming, delayed. It feels like it's coming in the end though, okay? So we all lose sleep when there's something that we want. And especially if we have, as we all do, sense of entitlement that somebody ought to be giving it. And probably, you know, in this situation, if it is to do with work, in terms of the hierarchy, these are the only people that have the power to give that. You don't have the power to particularly procure it from them. They need to be giving it to you, which puts you, you know, old-fashioned terms, it puts you in the position of supplicant. Do you know what? Supplicant, suck it up just for now, because this is a long game and I think it will be all right in the end. I know that sounds really glib, but I really do. I've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse, the sassy lady with the sunflower. There she is. Now, in the upright, this can be a fire sign female, but I feel it more represents a layer of authority. It can be female relatives, friends, people who you feel have authority over you in some way, that they're in some way more powerful than you. But the biggest vibe that I'm getting is a kind of a work hierarchy vibe. When she's in the reverse, she can be a bit of a one. You know, she can be petulant, she can be a bit childish, she can be a bit bratty. But, you know, sometimes people who have, you know, the means to make or break a situation for you, say at work, they have petulant and bratty days and weeks like the rest of us. I feel like she's just having a bad, it could even be, you know, that somebody at work, you don't know them that well, it's, you know, you're waiting for your wage slip, or you're waiting for that pay rise, or you're waiting for confirmation of some boring thing like your tax code or whatever it is. She's just maybe, you know, she's been ghosted that week, she's having a bad week. Maybe she had her hair done, it looks horrific, you know, someone fried her hair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's anything personal. I don't think it's a vendetta against you. Over here, the Knight of Swords in reverse. There may be some bloody truth, and I mean as in not swearing bloody, but literally, some kind of particularly incisive truth that needs to come out. Again, it's not coming out yet. It's not the right time. You're probably not ready to hear it. They're probably not ready to say it. It won't have the effect of Knight of Swords in the upright, which would be, I strike, and yet I strike with justice and truth, hence the sword of justice. When he's in the reverse, it's like, I'm running around with a sword with blood on it and I don't really know where I'm going. It's that kind of confusing energy. And then over here, the Eight of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo, keep on keeping on card, keep knocking out the pentacles. It's what I would call being under the radar. You know, it's a very undervalued skill. A very undervalued skill, staying under the radar at all times. Not, you know, for your entire modus operandi in life, but just when things are getting a bit testy, as I think they are in this scenario, egos are flying around, the wind isn't particularly behind you, you've got a kind of a master plan, there are things that you want, you can feel the flow isn't, you know, it's not like this, it's kind of like that, you know, a fool would rush into that particular stalled river, okay? What do I want? I'm going old school actually, I'm going to have one of these. And it's you. Oh, hello, never-ending story. Yeah. Never-ending story, not just a song by Limahl, but also an oracle card by Colette Baron Reid. Thank you very much. Okay, never-ending story, Mercury Retrograde brings these things. It feels like that, and in a way it is like that. And Mercury for me is a spinner. It's a, ooh, let's pick up this particular thing and whiz it round in the wash and just give it another rinse and see what spits out at the end of Mercury Retrograde. I would welcome this vibe because it's going to rinse out a situation once and for all. It's a final rinse. It's a final rinse, no more than that. Oh, I like that a lot. Your oracle card, we get answered prayer. Of course, to have it answered, we first need to ask. You just have to ask. Rather than trying to confront Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords, rail against the Knight of Cups who's not stepping up, step aside from all this stuff, keep on keeping on, and say your prayers. Love that. Do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up for the video and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.